Hello, thank you once again. It's been a while, but we are happy to be here with you today on Business Realm. This is TV Kudirat, and my name is Bola Omotayo. Business Realm, as a program on TV Kudirat, started months ago, and we have treated many topics that would help anyone who is interested in the business path to take off and start a business and grow the business to maturity. Uh, we are gradually winding down on business realm, and before this stage, we had actually created another business program which we call uh, Business Tips Unscripted. And when I say winding down, I mean that the Sunday live appearance is may not be again for some time, but Business Realm will always be here as we would continue to post Business Realm videos uh, for as long as possible. But you would have business tips unscripted every now and then as it comes. We present business tips unscripted as it comes. But there are other things in the pipeline for your viewing pleasure that would be unfolding on this channel as we progress. So I came today to tell those who have been following that Business Realm, the live format, may not come for some time, but we'll have Business Realm in videos. I thought that I should not just stop the Sunday appearance without giving you any notice. So for today on Business Realm, and this is going to be the 15th edition uh, of live presentation of Business Realm. So for this 15th edition, which is going to be the last for the live editions for now, we are discussing ensuring the security of your business assets. Do you even know what your business assets are? And if you know what your business assets are, do you know how to protect them? Do you know how to secure them so that you don't lose them? Because when you lose them, it is a minus, it is loss. Of course, losing them means some loss, and it's anything that represents loss would affect your business capital because you have to replace such a thing. So, and we don't want you to deplete your business capital on replacing lost assets unnecessarily. You do that only when you have used the asset or equipment to the best that is possible, and you've used it as much as possible, and it has won naturally, and or maybe the technology has advanced beyond the last edition of the equipment, and it is necessary. Basically, we want you to replace your business assets when it is necessary to do so, not as a result of carelessness or negligence. So come along on Business Realm on TV Kudirat as we discuss ensuring the security of your business assets. So what is business assets? Your business assets include everything that is yours, everything that is not borrowed, everything that is your own, that you own, including the human capital, yourself and your staff, the equipment, the stock, the library, the power generating plants, the props, the furniture, the vehicles, everything that is yours represents your business asset. And these are the things that you use in your day-to-day operation to ensure that your goals, your business goals are achieved. So now that you know what business assets are, how do you ensure that your business assets are safely kept, are secure? The number one thing that I would tell you is to be present. When you are present, it becomes difficult for anyone to just come around and take what does not belong to them, because the owner is there present, and not just present, the owner is there watching. So it becomes it's difficult for anybody to just come while you are there present and take away what is yours. A lot of business owners are not present at the business location, and that's not good enough, because if you are just starting, you do not have any sophisticated structure, or the business, the scope of your business is limited, then there's no reason for you not to be present if you had labored for the money with which you started the business. But if you didn't labor for the money just came maybe as a gift or easily, then it's easy for you to neglect the business, or not to be present enough, or not to be in attendance all of the time. But for those who started as a laborer, and when I say a laborer, it doesn't have to be at a construction site only. If you started working in the civil service as a level 4 officer, you know how little your salary would be, and from that you've always endeavored to save something, and from there you have grown to own or have some assets in a gradual process. You would understand what it means to grow assets. But if from being a school dropout, or from being a school certificate holder, or from being generally from being a nobody, you just stumbled on a huge amount of money, and because you like to be tagged business owner, you just like to be tagged boss lady, and you go ahead to start something so big, you haven't understood the pain of raising money in bits, in coins, in farthings, until it becomes a lot. So people like that may not understand what we are saying. They may not understand the importance of being present at the business location, because the money came easy. But for those who didn't find it easy, who had to serve as a laborer in some way, if we consider our brothers and sisters who go to the greener pastures to go and be nannies, to go and be nurses, to go and be babysitters, to go and be toilet cleaners or drivers, and save the dollars up in bits until it becomes so much. Those ones would know that now that you have yours, you cannot play with it. But if you have just been lucky to come across a politician or a money bag, he just doled it out to you, and you just have a business address to show people that that's what you do. Then you still go to your parties, and normally you still attend events about, and because it's, the business is not a thing for you. But I'm talking to those who have the business as the real thing. If the business is the real thing for you, and you don't want to go back to square one, you don't want to go back to the status of a laborer who cleans the toilet. You don't want to go back to the junior staff who shivers at the arrival of the boss. You don't want to go back to a pile bearer at Oyinbo Market. Now that you are at Igboro, at the King's Market, those who understand Yoruba proverbs are flowing with me. If you've been Alaru at Oyinbo and now you are at Igboro at Oja Oba, you know what it means to be Alaru at Oyinbo, and you have seen the difference since you became Adegboro at Oja Oba. So you don't want to go back to square one. You want to defend that. And the most basic way to defend your new status is to be present where your assets are. And as they say, the heart is where the treasure is. So if your business to you is treasure, you have to be present. If you are not present, those who didn't have the Alaru Loyinbo experience with you will squander it, because it's they just see the glitz, they see the beauties, they see the volume, they see the size that is big, but they don't know the story, and they didn't feel the pain that you felt. So you can't labor as a laborer and save up the farthings to establish something that should be prosperous continuously, so that you don't go back to the market as a load bearer. Then you don't leave the new establishment in the care of those who have no idea of the pains that it took you to arrive where you are today. Summary. Number 1 point, be present. It is very important. Apart from being present, you have to keep people. What I've said does not mean that you shouldn't keep people, but I'm saying that you shouldn't keep people there while you are away. Keep people, but be present with the people that you keep. Because the dream is with you. In fact, they can't even see the dream. It's there in your imagination. You are the only one who can behold that scene. No matter how much you tell them, they can't have a full grasp of the dream that you had. So you have to be present, but keep people, because it is in being present that you continuously teach the people what they should do. The manuscript is with you. The blueprint is with you. The manifesto is with you. So it is you who will release it in bits to the people who are working with you, the people in your team, and they would follow. Do you know that sometimes you have said it to them once and again, but it's easy to forget, because selling it to them is not as strong as receiving the dream. So it's easy to forget, but the one who had a dream that is so vivid, so real, will not forget. And so when they want to forget, or they are dozing off, you are the one to tap them and say, no, this is the direction that we are heading to. You pull them back on track. But when you are not present and they are going astray, who pulls them back? Nobody. So you have to keep people. And one of the reasons why you have to keep people is that if you are there seated on your seat, you can see what's coming uh, ahead, but you can't see what is coming from behind. Nobody in life, no human being, has a 360-degree view of anything. You can see maybe 90 degrees. You can see at the max 180 degrees. Basic mathematics, you can see 180 degrees. And I think that's the highest that anyone could see, 180 degrees at a time. So while you capture the 90 degrees or the 180 degrees, if you have people, others can see the other 180 degrees that is behind you. Seeing 360 degree of anything is beyond any human being. That's why we need people. God is the only one who sees within and without, who can see 360 degrees and beyond 360 degrees. So you need people to support you, to walk with you, to help your destiny. They call them destiny helpers. And even the gate man is a destiny helper. Even the cleaner is a destiny helper. For instance, you wake up in a dirty house, everywhere stinks, and for instance, you have to go about 2,000 miles away from where you are. You are going to attend a meeting, or you are going to be a guest speaker, and you have to be the one to drive yourself, to sweep your house. So all of these people, regardless of the beats that they hold, or regardless of the role that they play, and regardless of the height that you have attained, all of them remain destiny helpers, because you need all of them to achieve your aim in life. So be present and keep people. It's difficult to keep people, you would say, because your orientation as a boss, or as a business owner, or as a leader will not be everybody's orientation, because your journey has not been the same. You are not coming from the same parentage, you are not coming from the same background, you are not coming from the same educational exposure. You have maybe you have just a little in common. So, and ordinarily, it will be difficult to survive among people whose orientation is different from yours. But the way to keep people is to learn to overlook things and to be interested in building people. You know their weaknesses, but you want to help them drop the weaknesses gradually and acquire new strengths. And that will not happen as a magic. It's like a teacher and pupils who are in the class that the teacher have to teach. Teachers don't send them away until they have to go to the next level. Teachers cope. So you don't have to be in the once you are a business leader, then you are a teacher too. And one of the characteristics of a good teacher is patience, understanding. You have to be able to understand that they are also growing at their pace, and you want to help them to grow. You have to learn how to overlook certain things and continue to show them the light until they also catch the fire like you have caught it. So you be present, keep people, because if you want to stand here to watch that your assets are kept safe, what about the things behind? who watches over those. So you can't do it alone. Now, remember we are talking about ensuring the security of your business assets. And we have said that you have to be present all of the time as much as possible. You have to keep people. The reason why you are keeping people is because you can't see everything, every side, or at all the time. But the people you keep begin to also see the asset as our asset. When you make them feel that they are our assets, then you give them a sense of belonging, and either you are there, or when you are not there, you are unavoidably absent, because you give them the sense of belonging and they see those assets as ours. Behind your back, they also defend the assets. Now, 3, apart from you being present and keeping people, you also have to invest in affordable security instruments. The security instruments that are affordable by one business may not be the same that will be affordable by another business entity, another business establishment. So you invest in security instruments that you can afford. And when I say instruments, it's not limited to metallic objects. Even the gatesman is a security instrument. It would be instrumental to ensuring the security of your business assets. The night watch is a security instrument. CCTV, closed circuit television camera, is also a security instrument because it tells you tales of whatever happens when you are not present. If you continue to list security instruments, I think we would be here. So just you can learn more. Everything. Nobody will teach you everything. Nobody. In fact, nobody knows everything. So it's enough to say security instruments, and then you read more, you learn more, you browse more to learn what are the available security instruments out there in the market, which ones of them can you afford, and who are the people to help you. Ask your friend, and so on, and so forth. Yes, you set traps. I could have listed traps as one of the security instruments, but I didn't do that because I want to talk about traps separately, and there is a reason for that. Setting traps can happen in many different ways. There's the traps that you set for rats and rodents, but when we say setting traps, it can be figurative too. You can set traps with documents, with money, in so many different ways. You can even set traps with dialogue. You can ask a question to test the person's orientation or consciousness or intention, and the response they give you would make them fall into the trap or escape the trap. But by so doing, you are hinted of the person's character. So there are innumerable ways by which you can set traps to know who you are dealing with. You can, like, elders of those days could hide coins inside the food canister, and when they say go and measure 3 cups of rice, they expect that you discover the coins and say, Mama, while I was measuring the rice, I found some coins in the bowl. And they are waiting for you to report that or to take the coins and keep quiet. That's a kind of trap. So you continue to invent possible ways of testing the people you are dealing with, because the security of your assets is necessary not only because of thieves who will be coming from outside, but because of the people that you have taken on whose character you didn't know fully before taking them on. So you are securing your assets, because at the end of the day, it is the entrepreneur who owns the assets that will suffer the loss should these things be malhandled or stolen, particularly when nobody takes responsibility for the damage or the loss. Then the loss comes back to the business owner. So you have to secure your things first from the people who are with you, and second, you and the people who are with you have to secure your things from outsiders, from intruders. So that's it about traps. Now, another thing that you can do to secure your business assets is to be watchful. You know, to be present is different from to be watchful. You could be present and absent-minded. So if you are present, you also have to be watchful. You are not present to just entertain your friends who have come with long nails and painted faces, and who are asking that things should be ordered from the most sophisticated restaurant in town so that you can talk about the men. No, you are not present for that. Those who are present for that are those who are giving the money, not those who labored to get the 1 kobo and turn the 1 kobo to 1.5 kobo and the 1.5 kobo to 2 kobo. No, those ones don't make themselves available in the business premises to entertain gist mates. They report at the business premises for work. So you have to be present and watchful. There are so many things that you can do to be watchful. Sometimes they will play the spot where you place a mirror, just an ordinary mirror. The point where you place the mirror in your business space will tell you things, and you know who is coming, you know who is, and sometimes the mirror is just there. Nobody knows that, nobody suspects that the mirror is actually serving the purpose of showing you who is coming from the other direction where they think that you are not facing. So these are some of the, so you are present in spirit. Your business space is a temple, it's a prayer place, and you know, it's just that maybe you have not described it that way, but you know that it's a prayer place. The reason why I say you know is that when you resume and nobody is coming to buy anything or to pay for any services or to place any order, you look up and pray. So it's a prayer house. You remember that point, you remember to tell God, oh God, I've been here, please send customers to me today. It's a prayer house. It's spiritual, and it's a path where you can't just quit cheaply. because it takes time, labor, energy, resources to build a business. It's not like something that you can treat like, I don't want this again, so I'm picking another one. Picking another one, it takes time for businesses to grow. And so when you are there, you many times you remember to pray like no other place. Maybe there are many things that you pray for, but I tell you that your business space is a place where you are compelled to pray for different reasons. Be responsible to ensure your security, your business assets. You have to be responsible. Do you know that there are things that you do daily, things that you have to do daily? There are things that you have to do in the morning and in the evening. There are things that you have to do weekly. There are things that you have to do monthly. There are things that you have to do frequently. And it takes a high sense of responsibility to practice routines or regimens. For instance, I'll give you an example of the things that you have to do twice in a day, morning, evening. You have to open your door every morning and you have to lock the door every morning. So which business person goes home without locking the doors? Oh, you've been distracted by a friend who was talking and displaying the long nails, and you say that's the excuse for forgetting to lock the doors. Nobody does that. So there are things you do from time to time. You record your sales. Every time a customer comes in, you record your sales. Because when the implications of recording your sales are so many. One, you want to get a loan from the bank, they will come and check your sales book to see the sales pattern and determine the amount of money that you are eligible to take as loan. For instance, you suspect that something is lost on your shelf, and nobody says it's been sold, and nobody has given you money that it was sold when you were away, and you remember the last time that you saw that thing on the shelf, you go back to your sales book to see whether it was recorded. But if you are the type that if you don't record your sales regularly, you won't be able to trace it. So if a bookkeeping is part of the ways of ensuring your business assets, because everything that has gone out sold is recorded. Everything that comes in as taken to add to stock is also recorded. So when something is missing on shelf and you can't find the money where the money should be, go and check the sales book. And if it's not recorded in the sales book, within the time that you brought it in and the time that you suspect that it is missing, then you take the next step of investigating who might have taken it. And if nobody is caught by investigation, if you have the CCTV camera, then you go back to the period around that time and see who comes in, who goes away. And if you don't have a CCTV camera, there are so many ways, and we can't say everything on business realm. But if you want us to say more and more and more and more and more, please, because we don't have all the time anyway, and there are things we also will not say here, so that the thieves too don't become smarter than the business owners. So there are things we only say to business owners where the thieves do not have access to also. So be responsible. Regimens and routines are sustained by a high sense of responsibility. Now, the next one that I want to tell you is to practice what is called emotional intelligence. Both the kindness and the wickedness that people show arise from their emotions. If somebody shows you kindness, it's coming from from their feeling, the way they feel like showing that kindness. And if somebody is wicked, is perceived to be wicked, it's also showing, the wickedness is also arising from the feeling of that person. So as much as possible, as a business person, you want to avoid making people unhappy, particularly within your business space and its premises. If the people within your business space love you, they like you, they appreciate your style, they are comfortable with you, when you are there, they'll serve you. When you are not there, they defend you and your business assets. And if danger is coming, they rise up to it, even in your absence. But if you are the type who delights in making people sad, making people feel small, making people look small, making people, you enjoy robbing people of their self-esteem, you are the only one who wants to be respected. You don't know that every human being needs, is a basic need. Every recognition is a basic human need. And that's why you see people on social media trying to grow a followership, because huge followership means huge recognition. It's a basic human need. So you want to make the people around you feel important and recognized and appreciated. If you don't make them feel so, when you are there because they need the money, they will do what they have to do in line of duty. But when you are not there and there's a problem, say it may even be a natural disaster or an emergency like fire or flood or whatever, that is when the way you treat them plays out in your favor, because they will rise to, oh, that woman, she's so, no, we won't allow this to happen to our business assets. So as a reminder, we have treated ensuring the security of your business assets, and we have said that you have to be present, you have to keep people, because what two people can do, one person cannot do it. There is always the added advantage when there is either a subordinate, yes, when there is someone little. Yes, you are huge, you are mighty, you are a giant, you know it all. But when there is someone that you describe as little around, it makes a lot of a difference. No one can do what you can do. Invest in affordable security instruments, and I said even the night watch or the day guard are still in security instruments. Set traps. I said that traps are not limited to those iron fabrications that help you to catch rodents. There are more than that. There are many ways of setting traps. Be watchful. I said there's a difference between being present and being watchful. You could be present and just hosting your friends who have come to listen to the latest gist in town, while you gist, you gossip over suya and the most expensive wine that money can buy, but you are not watching what's happening to the business because the money came easy. So if the money didn't come easy, you have to be present and watchful. Be responsible, because it takes a high sense of responsibility to sustain routines and regimens. There are things we have to do at specific frequencies. For instance, you open the doors in the morning, you lock the doors in the evening, and there's no alternative to that. You have to open the door for business, for clients to come in, And you have to lock the door to prevent thefts every evening. You have to do that. You have to record your sales as many times as people come in. And I've told you the implication of bookkeeping for security of business assets. You have to practice emotional intelligence, because the kindness and the wickedness that people show arise from their feelings, how they feel. So as much as possible, you avoid making people feel little. You avoid making people feel sad. Ensure, try your best to ensure that people around you are happy all of the time. So that's it on business realm for now. Henceforth, you come across business realm in videos. It won't be live appearances for some time. So I thank you for your patience. Since we started, we have presented 15 episodes of business realm in all, and that's enough for anybody to start a business and survive in business and flourish in business. I wish you success in your business journey. I'll see you from time to time on Business Tips Unscripted, and we'll also come across each other or one another in business realm videos. Stay tuned to TV Kudirat. We have more for you. Bye for now.